My name is Jeanne Crisp. I'm the Director for Technical Services and Facilities at Sno-Isle, and I'm lucky enough to be the project manager and for this project. And I was also lucky enough to work on the Coupeville project. So if any of you have been to Coupeville, Stig was one of our architects on that project. So it's nice to be reunited with him, and I'm happy to work for the first time with Dan and Kim. And I know you're going to have a great set of minds on this project. Just a couple comments. The initial proposal that the voters approved was a $2.3 million budget. We've continued to look at that, even in the knowing that construction costs are sneaking up a bit, and we are still quite confident that our $2.3 million is the budget that we will work with. The timeline that we're talking about, and I've got this posted. I don't know how well you can see in the distance, but June and July, we're getting input so that we can determine how to use this space. We're going to enclose that courtyard out there, but generally, how should the space be used? August and September, the architects are at work coming up with the final drawings, starting to work on the interiors, creating the construction documents. And we have another public meeting coming up in the middle of September, on September 16th, so that you'll be able to come in and give some feedback about some of the interior choices that we're starting to make. October and November, we'll be doing our bid process. We ideally will be opening those bids a little bit before Thanksgiving, and we'll be negotiating with a contractor during the month of December. And we hope to start construction first part of January. And we believe it's about a 6-month project, which gives us an opening about 1 year from now. That's our goal, if not a little bit sooner. So we're aiming for summer of 2015 and hopefully early summer rather than late. And during the time that where all these other things are going on, there's also some additional work being done by staff at Sno-Isle, building the collection, trying to talk about what's going to be here at Camano, talking about the furniture choices, the signs that we're going to have. All that kind of work can be done in parallel with the work that the architects are doing. The other thing that I want to mention to you, the building committee, and I think, let's see, who is here from the, Gay Campbell and Kathy Mathis are both in the back. Kathy is with the Camano Library Advisory Board, and Gay Campbell is with the Friends of Camano Library. David Menard, who's the manager of the current Camano Library. Becky Bolte is the district manager for this area of Sno-Isle. Me, Kim, Stig, and Dan. That's it, right? Did I forget anybody? Yeah, that's the building committee that's been working. We've had a couple meetings already, and one of the things we did that is on your chair, just so you know the kinds of thinking that we're doing, and these signs up here have the same information. We don't want you to worry that we're going to have things like comfortable chairs in the reading room and good lighting, and we're going to try to deal with noise issues. We're aware of those, and so we've called those things givens so that we can kind of get to the areas that are a little bit more complex or more challenging. A couple things that aren't on these signs that I should have put up there. We also, as John Lynn alluded, we know the community likes the idea of repurposing a building rather than building a new one. The whole committee is really interested in this being as environmentally friendly a building as possible. It's a 10-year-old building, so it's got an HVAC system that's 10 years old, and one of the things we'll do, for example, is reassure ourselves if that HVAC is working as efficiently as possible, or if maybe we need to upgrade while we have the opportunity so that our long-range costs of operating it are lower. So those kinds of things will also be in on the givens. Let's see, you've met the architects. Kim Williams is the third architect. She works with Dan. And at this point, I'm going to give it over to Dan to talk to you about the space options, which is why you came here tonight.